mental health is everything. Prioritize it. Make the time like your life depends on it, because it does.
Hey, gems, how are you doing? Peace, love, and light to you. I thought I'd do another chit chat since it went over so well. Recently, I just have not been feeling like doing any vlogs. I've just been enjoying life and my peace. So, I wanted to talk about mental health and how it's pertaining to my life right now. In the past, I would let things go on way longer than I should have. For example, working too much hours, not saying no to the things that I really didn't want to do, being a person's, the yes woman. I was definitely that person. And I want to talk to you all about mental health. Your mental health is so important. It's actually vital to your life, how everything else will operate in your life, whether you're going to have joy, whether you're going to have peace, whether you'll be able to do the things that you want to do, you'll have the energy to do it. Unfortunately, there are people out there and they have mental health issues. They have some problems. They don't know how to cope with their life, and they constantly are trying to break your mental health. I'm at a point in my life where my mental health is necessary for me. It's necessary. Like, there's no way I'm going to allow anything to stop, block, or disrupt my peace. So with that being said, I had to slow down a lot in life in general, like the amount of hours that I was working. Let me just talk about that for a second. Like, I'm a grinder. Those of you who don't know, I have 5 YouTube channels. Plus, I'm running a business. I have hobbies. And on top of all of that, I have family. And then by the time I get to myself, I'm completely burned out. How many of you get completely burned out? You're burning the candle at both ends. I understand that you need to pay bills. I understand that you need to be there for other people and support other people. But in the process, my mental health had took a major decline trying to make other people happy. And I believe a lot of times it causes our own mental health to be on the line. So when it came to work, I had to just slow down the amount of hours that I was working and budget for that. Like, I would rather have more peace than have more money. That's just where I'm vibrating right now. Like, don't get me wrong, I like to have my coins, but not if it's going to cause a sacrifice of my mental, my physical, and my emotional health. I value myself far too much. And also, when it comes to social media, if you are taking it seriously and you're trying to be a social media influencer, that takes a toll as well, because you have to make your content, you have to edit it, you go live, and then it's all of the draining things that are happening on social media. For instance, these toxic people, the trolls, just drama in general, and people putting all of their stuff out there and trying to come at you and trying to pretend, I say it in quotes, pretend that they know your life, and they don't. People on the comment section, they type in the rudest, the nastiest comments, where if you saw me face to face, would you say those same things to a person's face? And most people don't think that way. They think because they're behind either their phone tablet or computer that they can just type anything. Well, and they'll say, well, you shouldn't have put it out there if you didn't want the judgments. Yeah, so on social media, you do have to have thick skin, but sometimes it does affect your mental health. You got to take a break from social media. You have to be careful what you put on social media, and you got to be ready for all of everything that social media presents. There's just like in real life, that there's going to be people who get on your nerves. There's going to be people who are draining you. So for me personally, I I'm looking at this social media thing as love to share my life. I love to motivate people. I love to help other people, but not at the cost of my own mental health. So I definitely started to slow down on how much hours I put into being on this app and other apps that I'm a part of, and start getting into like the real life, the real world, getting out there, enjoying life, spending time with my loved ones, making memories, the things that really matter. While I love social media, I also hate it. If that makes sense to any of you, it is what it is. I had to personally understand that I needed to take a break, and I know that I'm a vlog channel, but in the past, 1 to 2 weeks, I've just been enjoying chilling, not doing anything really, just working, coming home, watching a movie, and just chilling, or cooking something and cleaning, just the regular day to day. So I have not been doing any vlogs. So those of you who have been looking for vlogs, please excuse me while I'm taking a mental health break. I definitely have needed it, and I've been enjoying it. So how is your mental health doing? Have you been all right? Really, you don't have to put it in the comment section below, but if you need to take a break, take a break. If you need to get some rest, if you need to get more into self-care. And I found for myself that I'm the type of person that I will give everything that I have to other people, but that same energy that I give to other people, I wasn't giving to myself. And I had to evaluate that, because that's not a stable mental thought. You have to give to yourself. And like I speak all the time on my motivational channel, you have to be your first friend. So if you're not showing up in this world as a good friend to yourself, who do you expect to fulfill that role? And I had to ask myself that same question. So it was just more of me enjoying my peace, turning off the phone, turning off all of the notifications, because for me that raises anxiety, stresses me out. Like, I'll get to it when I get to it. I'll see it when I see it. And it's not that I don't support people anymore. It's not that. I just have to be okay with me. I'm choosing my own friendship. I'm choosing my own peace. So that's what's been going on with me mentally, and I had to do this before I would have a breakdown, because that happened to me a few years ago, when I lost my mom. It's not that I didn't understand what happened with my mom when she passed on. It was just like I was just working so that I wouldn't sit down and actually take it in. I didn't want to think about it. I didn't want to accept it. And then eventually I had a burnout. I went from working 40, 48 hours to working 70 something hours, because I didn't like to be home thinking about my life. So I would rather be working where I didn't have to be in the environment thinking about it. Basically, I just didn't want to face my life. So I'm at a place right now in my life where, thank everything, thank the stars, thank the heavens, thank God for peace, thank God for time, thank God that I'm mentally stable at the moment, because I was having a time period where I wasn't. And I just want to encourage anybody who needs a break. You need to take some time for yourself, and it's not being selfish. It means that you love yourself, and you're centered and you're balanced. And for anybody who needs to hear it, take some time for you, because you deserve it. So that's all I wanted to come on today, chit chat with you guys, catch up, talk about mental health, because mental health isn't really talked about, and especially amongst, the melanated community. We just go, we pretend that things are okay when they're not, and I will never show up like that for you all. I try my best to be authentic with myself. Be honest, and strive to be the best me for myself, so that I can be the best for you all. I hope you're having a great summer so far. Do you have any plans? And how is your mental health? Have you been coping with something hard recently? Let me know that down in the comment section below. And I appreciate all of your support. Thank you for supporting Life with Marlene. And I will see you guys on the next one.
Happiness can be found even in the darkest of times if one only remembers to turn on the light.